You could eat one of these entire cheesecakes for significantly less calories than just one slice at the Cheesecake Factory. And they each have 100 grams of protein. But I know that the majority of us won't be eating all 8 slices in one sitting. Instead, these cheesecakes are perfect to meal prep for an easy, high protein, low calorie, indulgent snack throughout the week. And we're making them 3 ways. So let's get started, shall we? So we're starting off with a classic New York style cheesecake. We're making the crust first. To make it lower in calories, you're gonna use light margarine and some sugar-free maple syrup. So I use a 9-inch diameter cake pan, and then you're gonna spread down the crust just with your hands, or you could use a spatula. You could wet your hands a bit to make this easier. While that's baking, we're gonna make the best part, which is the filling. So it's super easy to make. Essentially, just pour everything into like a big glass bowl. Make sure to use a big one, by the way, because we're gonna be using an electric mixer after. So this is the weird step. We're gonna add egg whites, but you're actually gonna beat them first separately until stiff peaks form. This is what they look like. You could use just like a whisk for this and some elbow grease, but I'd highly recommend using an electric mixer. So you're gonna beat the other ingredients first in the glass mixing bowl, and then you're gonna fold in the egg whites. So you're gonna carefully fold them in like I'm doing here. Be sure to not over mix. And then after that, you're gonna take the crust out of the oven and just pour the filling all over it. And it looks so delicious. I wanna like eat it with a spoon, but don't do that. Level it out a bit with a spatula, and then you're gonna put it in the oven. Guys, it takes a while to bake, I'm not gonna lie. You're gonna bake it at 325 for about 25 minutes, and then you're gonna lower it and bake for even more. You might wanna check it after 20 minutes on the 200 Fahrenheit setting. Just check to see if a fork comes out clean, and then you're good to go. Guys, please be patient and let it cool completely before taking it out of the cake tin. And then you're gonna cover it with some plastic wrap and put it in the fridge overnight, which I know it sucks. It's the worst part. If you're really on a time crunch, you could put it in for at least 4 hours. We basically want the cheesecake to be thick. You don't want it to be warm when you eat it because that's disgusting. So once it's done, we're gonna slice it into 8 pieces. Oh my God, so delicious. You could actually wet the knife with some warm water just to make this easier. That's what I'd recommend doing. Otherwise, too much of the cheesecake is gonna get on the knife. Even if that happens, you could just lick it with your fingers. If you want, you could cut the slices even smaller, but I think 8 slices is perfect, and the macros in this recipe are amazing anyway. This looks so good. Honestly, it's so indulgent. The cheesecake slices are really big. You get like a good portion, and you get the graham cracker crust. This pairs really well with some light whipped cream or just eating it on its own. And honestly, guys, I went through this cheesecake like literally by myself, and I made 2 more of them, different flavors, which you guys are gonna see. But this looks so delicious. Oh my God. This is so thick and creamy. Literally just tastes like a regular cheesecake from the Cheesecake Factory. You absolutely have to try this. I feel like cheesecake is a pretty easy dessert to make high protein, low calorie just because of the fat-free cream cheese and all that. I stored this in the fridge for like up to 5 days in a sealed container. Accidentally left it outside the fridge and just put it back in the fridge the next day, and it tasted amazing still. We've got red velvet Oreo cheesecake up next. So for the crust, we're using crushed up Oreo crumbs instead of the graham cracker crumbs, but we're also using the sugar-free maple syrup and light margarine. Just look at how delicious that looks. It's gonna be a bit greasy when you're pressing it down, so you might wanna use a spatula instead of your hands this time, and it actually presses out really well. It might look like you won't have enough at first, but you will, trust me. So we're gonna pop that in the oven, and while that's baking, we're gonna make the filling. So the filling is somewhat similar to the first filling, except we're using red velvet extract, of course. By the way, guys, in all these recipes, I use PE Science. You know the drill. It's a whey casein blend, and this is essential for baking. It's the best protein powder for baking because whey casein blend is better than whey. If you want to purchase from PE Science, please use my discount code FIF15. So yeah, anyway, you're gonna beat the egg whites and you're gonna carefully fold them in like so. By the way, for the red velvet extract, I got mine from Amazon. It's called Loran Red Velvet Emulsion. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but yeah, basically just combine everything until it looks nice and thick and red like that. Would look so delicious and good. Then you're gonna pour it over the crust, and same thing here. They all kind of had around the same bake time, but obviously ovens are gonna differ. So I'd recommend just putting it in for the 325, and then when it gets to the 200 Fahrenheit part, maybe checking it after like 25 minutes or so, just putting a fork in. I know, guys, this takes so long. And also, can someone come clean my kitchen, please? But yeah, once it comes out mostly clean, you're good to go. let it cool, and then pop it in the fridge. I like to cover it with plastic wrap. I don't know if that does anything. Maybe it takes away the fridge smell, probably. Yeah, and then when you're ready to cut it, oh, this is the most exciting part. I slice it into 8 slices again. I was also considering topping it with some crushed Oreos, but for the macros, it's obviously better to just leave it as is. And honestly, it's so sweet and indulgent by itself. Obviously, you could top it with that, or you could top it with some light whipped cream, which is usually what I do just for like the video effect. But oh, I like how this matches my nails in this video. Very, very cute. This recipe is obviously perfect for meal prep, but it's also great for like a dinner party or that sort of thing. I actually made this cheesecake the week of my going away party and I served it to everyone. Everyone loved it. It's a real good crowd pleaser. Honestly, on a calorie deficit, you don't want to be eating foods that you just get bored of and tired of. You want to be eating fun foods like cheesecake, or at least a lot of the time, because that's just going to help you stick to your goals if you could eat fun foods like that. Oh my God. This is so good. Again, I like to store it in the fridge for up to 5 days. Make sure to put it in a sealed container. If you want to meal prep it for the week, you could have like 2 slices on each day, and then hopefully you have another snack for Friday. But yeah, if you bring this to work or school, I bet people will be jealous. I've spent over 4 years creating high protein, low calorie dessert recipes, and I've put together a new and improved cookbook with 65 of my best creations called Lean Treats. With my cookbook, you won't have to choose between eating sweet treats and reaching your fitness goals. It's available as a hardcover or ebook, and each recipe has a QR code next to it linking to the recipe video. It also has 8 cookbook exclusive recipes, aka the best protein desserts to ever exist. If you're ready to reach your fitness goals without sacrificing dessert, you can purchase Lean Treats using the link in a description today, or it'll be linked in the comments. So last up, we've got lemon blueberry, which is actually my personal favorite. The crust is going to be the same as the New York style cheesecake, but there's definitely going to be some differences with this recipe. But you're going to bake the crust as per usual, and then after that, we're going to make the filling. So by the way, guys, for the filling, you're using a combination of non-fat Greek yogurt and fat-free cream cheese. The fat-free one is not available everywhere, but a lot of grocery stores will have it. If you can't find it though, you could use like the reduced fat one. So you're gonna use lemon zest as well as juice from a lemon. Lemon zest is just like using a cheese grater to scrape the skin of a lemon. That's what I do. And then same thing here, you're gonna beat the egg whites separately until they reach stiff peaks, and you're gonna slowly fold them in and then pour it over the crust. Make sure to get everything there. Then you're gonna level it out and pop it in the oven. I found that for this particular cheesecake, the bake time was slightly longer, but again, it'll depend on your oven. Also, I'd recommend for the batter, like adding the lemon juice, and then if you want to add more to make it more lemony, you totally can. You will see though, we're going to add the blueberry compote, and this kind of takes over when it comes to the taste. But yeah, basically you're going to put it in the fridge. It looks kind of similar to the New York cheesecake. Patiently wait overnight or for at least 4 hours, and then you're going to take your blueberry pie filling or whatever it's called. They actually have a sugar-free version of this. I just couldn't find it. But you're going to put a slightly generous but not so generous amount all over the top, and this taste is really going to overpower like everything. Like, it's so good. I could literally eat this with a spoon, and this looks so delicious. So you're just going to wet the knife with some warm water just so it's easier to cut into the cheesecake, and you're cut into 4 slices. This keeps like the same in the fridge as the other ones. I actually tried it. Again, I accidentally left this cheesecake and another one out because I had it at my going away party and I forgot to put it in the fridge. But I literally put it in the fridge the next day and ate it. It was totally fine, and I'm not harmed in any way, so we're good. But yeah, this looks so delicious and fresh. This would be perfect for like a summer dessert, but January works too. Drop a comment below and let me know which cheesecake you're gonna try first, or let me know like which flavor you want me to make. I'm happy to make a part 2 and make more cheesecakes. Oh my God. Also, see how thick it is? If you don't beat the egg whites till stiff peaks form, you just pour them in, the cheesecake is not going to be as thick. So you want to make sure to do that. Store them in the fridge and you're good to go with your delicious meal prep snacks throughout the week. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed these recipes, and I'm sure you're looking for more sweet treats, so I'll link a video here that you should watch next. And please be sure to give this a like, subscribe, and share it with your friends, as it really helps the channel, and I post new videos every week. And with that, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.